Welcome to another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report, alongside my partners Quad, Robert, and Ryan. I'm your host, J-Man. In this edition of the IWR, we're going to do our WrestleMania 27 review, just getting off the air with the pay-per-view. Quick little tidbit here. There was a scheduled match for the United States title with champion Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. That reportedly got taken off the card. Obviously, wasn't on the card, and people live at Mania sent out tweets or whatever online and saying how that ended up being a battle royal for the United States title, and believe it or not, the Great Khali won the United States Championship. Yeah, we won't really talk about that, but really disappointed to not really see that one on the card. But starting off the overall WrestleMania here, we had the guest host of WrestleMania, The Rock, come out, just cutting straight, your normal stuff that you do with The Rock, kind of, saying how, I'm guest host, I'm going to make this the biggest WrestleMania of all time, and it kind of went on a little lengthy, it kind of dragged out a little bit, but, just kicking off WrestleMania with The Rock was pretty interesting there. And then moving on to the first matchup we had for the World Heavyweight Championship, believe it or not, which was Champion Edge with Christian versus Alberto Del Rio and Rhodes Clay.
When we saw this come out to be the first match, we were just like, what's going on here? They had themselves a little, pretty good match, 11 minutes or so, and I was really excited on how they did this. I was really pushing for Del Rio to win. Like I said before, the spectacle of Del Rio winning the Royal Rumble the way he did and coming in hot like he did and just not winning, it just seemed kind of weird. The only thing we could come up with, what we thought of, is Edge is going to feud with Christian for the title. That's really the only that. But the match was good. Little interference here and there with Rhodes Clay and Christian. Actually added to the match some really cool spots they did. And at the end, they had a little spot deal where at the front where Del Rio's car, and they were just bashing it up, and Edge was, and just Del Rio was just crying. It just made for a really great segment there at the beginning of the first match. But really weird for the first match. But yeah, good stuff in the first one.
Second matchup here, we had a pretty developed storyline involving Cody Rhodes and taking on Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, this storyline goes back a few months with Rey Mysterio's knee brace hitting the dashing Cody Rhodes in the face and breaking his bones or whatever in his face, and he's been wearing this mask like a serial killer. It just the whole knee brace thing came up. Mysterio had one on. Rhodes ripped his pants to just expose it. He took it off of him at one point, and was using it in the match. Mysterio got Rhodes' mask off and put it on. He looked like I don't know what the hell he looks like. It was stupid.
I thought it was really funny that Mysterio used Cody's mask and Cody used Mysterio's brace
so
against
they're
each other.
Back and forth. I thought it was a pretty good match. It lasted a little longer than the other match, about 12 minutes, and Cody ended up winning.
Okay, moving on here to the third matchup, we had an 8-man tag match, which featured the Corre versus Big Show, Kane, Santino, Marella, and Kofi Kingston. Yeah,
they had a deal where they took Kozlov off, put Kofi in there. Really have no idea why they did that. This match was literally like 1 minute, 2 minutes long or something like that. Fun for how quick it was. There's a really sick Kofi spot with Kofi did the Trouble in Paradise kick, just literally kicked Wade Barrett's head off. And just real quick, Big Show hit him, one of them with the punch. I can't remember, so quick. One of them with the punch. I think it was Heath Slater, and got the win on that. And that was just literally that.
Moving on here to a match that I was really looking forward to, which featured the straight edge superstar CM Punk versus the Viper Randy Orton. Really good stuff here. CM Punk showing you how to wrestle, which was outstanding, and seeing Randy Orton working well together. A lot of good stuff going on there. Punk working on the knee, or working on the legs, and really good storytelling here. Moved on to a spot where they had Randy going for the RKO. Punk got out of it for a springboard and then hit a really nasty RKO off that springboard, which ended it. And Randy get a victory there. I was kind of disappointed not seeing CM Punk win this match. I really wanted him, and I really thought that he needed this matchup. But he didn't get the win there, but it was a pretty impressive match there. Moving on to number 5, we had the Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole match with special ref Stone Cold Steve Austin.
This match started very well. Jim Ross came out.
Yeah.
It started off good.
Don't forget Booker T.
Randomness.
And the 6-time world champion. Yeah. It started off really weird. Cole being a coward like he is, hiding in the box.
Cool 9, yeah.
It looked like a penalty box. And then Jerry Lawler literally jumped in there, and they started the fight in there. It got pushed into the ring. Swagger tried to get involved. Pretty much it ended with, we all thought Lawler won, and then magically, Cole won because of the referee laying hands on him.
Yes, don't go down.
Hey, that's horse shit. Lawler won. That's it. But then
it really was. I really just think it was to get rid of give it time to get rid of Josh Matthews and Booker T. Booker T came in the ring to Spinaroonie to set up Jerry Lawler and JR for the rest of the show. Was really what it was.
But it ended cool because it had Lawler drinking a beer with Stone Cold. The Booker T came in and got Spinaroonie, and then Josh Matthews came in and got taken out. So it pretty much just ended, like he said, with Lawler and JR.
And don't forget JR's quote of the night. Cole is the pimple on the buttocks of life.
Outstanding stuff there.
Epic.
But moving on, which was outstanding to see JR and King end up calling the rest of this match. That moved on to such a classic encounter yet again, which was the no holds barred match between Triple H and the Undertaker. Absolutely. I don't know how Undertaker does it. The man is 46 years old and shows up every single time. He is absolutely what Robert said, a couple videos ago, where Undertaker's a fine wine, and you really got that treat there. Just another classic match at WrestleMania.
It might be a fine wine that actually is almost at the bottom of this barrel.
Oh yeah, the bottle's almost empty.
Yeah, because the way this went, this match, there was just so many spots, just a lot of really just classic WWF attitude spots you would see just years ago. And
chair shot to the head.
Chair shot to the head. There's a spot where Triple H just hit Undertaker with a chair in his ribs just like at least 10 times.
Yeah.
And you could tell, at the end of the match, you could just tell, like either they were playing it up real good or Undertaker was just completely exhausted. But they had it was like 5 minutes or something maybe. Undertaker just stumbling all over the place. They had to carry him out.
He went out on a stretcher, which is probably the first time Taker's been carried out of WrestleMania.
Yeah, Taker did win.
Oh, yeah.
We did not. I don't know if we mentioned that or not.
No.
He did win. It was a really cool tidbit in the middle in there where, towards the end actually, where Triple H, looked at him and kind of looked like he was breaking kayfabe like he did like Undertaker was doing with Shawn last year, and did the thing like people thought he was gonna.
Told him to stay down.
Yeah, Triple H
Taker stay down and die.
Yeah, Taker stay down, and then Triple H hit the tombstone on Undertaker, and everyone was he went for the cross hand, and it was
tongue and everything.
This match was at the wrong spot.
Yes.
In my opinion, it was a great match overall. It was epic. It was probably. Okay, with those two guys, it was a very good match. But it was in the wrong spot, WWE. It was totally in the wrong spot. I don't care if fucking George W. Bush, fucking Obama, fucking Hitler came out of the grave. That was in the wrong spot. You do not put Undertaker before a fucking Snookie. You are fucking retarded. You literally... You put me almost to Victory Road pissed off. Seriously, wow. You do not put Undertaker before a celebrity. And the celebrity match was crap anyway. Yeah. Put that in the main event. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter if Taker loses the streak. It's Undertaker at WrestleMania. It's like putting the New York Yankees not in the World Series, or the New England Patriots at not Super Bowl, or Detroit Red Wings at Stanley Cup. That's fucking horseshit.
Yeah. Where you had that and ended it with the main event, it really made no sense. But even though Crowd was a little upset with the positioning, as I was, but still yet another great encounter at WrestleMania, and it was a phenomenal match.
For WWE, this is probably match of the year. I mean, it might be the match of the year for wrestling.
Yeah, it was great.
It was probably one of the best Taker matches. Yeah. It's equal to 25 Taker Shawn to me.
Moving on to
overall, I'm sorry I interrupted. That was a great match. I'm glad Undertaker just streaked lives.
Won by submission.
Yes, great submission there. Moving on from that epicness to this stuff, we had the 6-person mixed tag match, which featured John Morrison, Trish Stratus, and Snookie versus Dolph Ziggler and LayCool.
So we go from the best match of the year for WWE to the worst match of the year for WWE.
Maybe some challenges.
I didn't really think it was as bad. Bad.
I mean, it wasn't really that bad. Snookie actually, I guess she was a cheerleader in high school, and she had a couple of really good spots where she's some cartwheels and
stuff.
She
had 2 spots and the match was over.
Yeah. That was basically the whole match.
The match was like 4 minutes long.
And my case is still proven.
Yeah. But I mean,
but it wasn't. I mean, you could say it was skippable, but. It wasn't like where it was so bad you couldn't watch it.
I mean, there was a little spot there with Trish Stratus and Michelle McCool, the wife of the Undertaker.
That wasn't Bryan Danielson.
That wasn't too bad. I mean, Snookie did 2 moves and ended it, but I mean, it wasn't horrible as it should have been. But Snookie's a little bit athletic, so that kind of worked it.
Yeah. Morrison, Stratus, Snookie getting that victory there.
Yep. It was just for buys. That's all Snookie was about.
Moving on to the main event here, which featured The Miz versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Going into this, a lot of stuff going around with The Rock, a lot of stuff going around with the 3 of them kind of being involved in the last couple weeks. This awesome, absolutely creatively just genius, I believe, packages shown for both the Miz and John Cena, not with the whole church choir crap, but I thought the Miz's was just absolutely outstanding and just a great matchup here, and not really matchup, but it was great in my opinion because the Miz, as I told you people, that he would retain the WWE Championship, and he did. Miz still your WWE Champion.
It was a great match. I wasn't the double count out was kind of like, okay, what are we gonna do from here? It was way too early for the pay-per-view to be over, especially WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then when we heard Rock's music, we were expecting, okay, it'll come out. And then General Manager, he broke the computer. He said, it doesn't matter what you think, and then
turned into Raw for a second.
Turned into something amazing. The Rock bottoming John Cena.
Yeah, you know what?
Fruity Pebbles.
You know what? I said in the preview, I did not care how Miz won. Miz had to win, and he did. And the way they did it was well, because how everything that happened with The Rock and Cena and all that stuff, and The Rock coming in and Rock bottom, and Miz getting the cowardly win, but it was still so amazing. I would have to mention that this package they had for Miz might be one of the best they've ever done. In my opinion, they had "Hate Me Now" by Nas, which I'm a huge fan of just hip hop music in general, and I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. They showed his real world stuff, him going up through the ranks, tough enough, the stuff he did on SmackDown, just tag team, just all that, and then you saw flashbacks of major moments in WWE, and it was just so amazing, and just the Miz just looked like in the background watching it. It was so good. And then they had the thing with John Cena where they showed a package of him and showed pictures of him when he was younger, and then they had this, I guess it was quoted on a DMX thing of him, saying all these almost like prayer-like things, and it came together so well. Yeah. The choir was kind of cheesy.
Don't forget the new red shirt.
Yeah, there was a lot of great stuff involved in the entrances. One of my favorite will go down with all time. They played for Whom the Bell Tolls going in for Triple H. That was one of the coolest things going on with Miz and everything else, but. Awesome.
That was that with the light beaming down and
absolutely
oh my god,
amazing! But amazing. A lot really cool, interesting and intricate entrances for Miz and John Cena. We get into the match, kind of stuff, and it seemed like it was going to go, pretty quick because it didn't have really that much time left. But as we said, it ended in a double count out, and then going into brought the Rock out and Rock bottoming Cena and getting the 1-2-3 for the Miz retain. A lot of stuff probably going to be going on there. A lot of people saying, maybe Cena and Rock towards SummerSlam, but a lot of things to be set up. Big Raw coming tomorrow following WrestleMania.
That doesn't end. That with Rock bottom and Cena, doesn't just end. Rock doesn't just leave. Cena is gonna have something to say about that, and I guarantee you Miz will come out and say how he's the greatest, and it'll be awesome, and
it will be awesome.
It will be awesome, and
yes.
and everything they did with all that, and I really am just extremely proud of the fact that John Cena did not
in the main event did not win the title.
I've been waiting for that for about 4 years.
Yep. But I still hate the Miz.
Right now the Miz just looks so he looks great right now.
Miz got pushed up a little bit on the
And there was shenanigans, and he didn't win clean, but that's kind of the way he plays it, and that's kind of the way he does everything. So
a big retain for the Miz there,
and it was great to listen to.
Lawler.
Yes.
JR.
Yeah. To end WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. And I hope JR continues on because WWE is nothing without JR.
Yeah, that is a good point. Big retain for The Miz, retaining the WWE Championship. Should be a very interesting Raw. Has The Rock on it as well. But be interesting with the follow-up for the biggest show in WWE right now, which is WrestleMania 27. That will wrap up now this edition of the Interesting Report. For my partners, Bob, Robert, and Ryan, I am your host, J-Man. Thank you for watching another edition of the Interesting Report. Your source for best wrestling news, information, and opinions. Thanks.
The Miz.
Song on so many different dials, 'cause I got more hits than a disappointment.